Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. So hari ini kita akan masuk kepada subtopik 5.2 Semiconductor Diode. Kita still lagi discuss chapter 5 Electronics. So before kita discuss dengan lebih lanjut untuk this topic, so kita akan tengok the learning standards for this subtopic. Number 1, describe the function of semiconductor diode. And number 2, communicate about the function of semiconductor diode and the capacitor as a rectifier. Now you have learned that the transmission of electrical power to consumer through a network is in the form of alternating current. However, in everyday life, many electrical devices can only function with direct current. So what happens? So the alternating current also has to be converted into a direct current. But how to convert the alternating current to direct current? So in this subtopic, we will discuss about this question mark. So the symbol of semiconductor diode. This one the symbol of semiconductor diode, and this one is the semiconductor diode. Next, what the function of semiconductor diode? The semiconductor diode is an electronic component which allow electric current to flow in one direction only. Allow electric current to flow in one direction only. That's why we call as, kita nak convert AC, that's mean they have two ways, but for direct current is one way. A semiconductor diode is formed by joining a p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor to form p-n junction. Table 5.2 explain the diode connections. Now diode connection in a simple circuit. This one kita tengok pada forward bias circuit. Forward bias circuit, what happen at the forward bias circuit? When the diode is forward bias, the holes will move towards the n-type semiconductor. The hole, this one the hole dia ada pada p-type semiconductor. The hole will move towards the n-types because negative positive. This one positive, this one kita connect with the positive terminal, so dia akan repel with positive terminal, so dia akan move to n-type semiconductor. So while the electron will move towards the p-type semiconductor, so the electron will move at the positive charge. So what happened? So the depletion layer, this one we call as depletion layer, become tiny. So what happened apabila dia punya depletion layer become tiny? So we call as, kat sini adalah junction voltage. Junction voltage across the depletion layer decreases and the resistance of the diode become very small. So what happened? So the current passes through the diode, causing the bulb is lights up. So the bulb will lights up. What happened to the reverse bias? At the reverse bias, the p-types semiconductor we will connect with the negative terminal, and n-type semiconductor we will connect with positive terminal. Tengok beza this one. For forward bias, the positive, the p-types will connect with positive terminal, n-type will connect with negative terminal. So this one the differences between forward bias and reverse bias. When a diode is reverse bias, the holes and the electron will both move away from the depletion layer in opposite direction. Why? Because this one p-types have a positive charge, so dia akan attract with the negative terminal. So that's why kenapa dia akan move away from the depletion layer. So bila dia move away from the depletion layer, so the depletion layer will become white. So kat sini we call as the junction voltage. Junction voltage across the depletion layer increases, so it reach the potential difference of the battery, so the resistance of the diode becomes very high. So the current stop flowing and bulb does not lights up. So this one beza between forward bias and reverse bias. Okay, info gallery. Okay, info gallery, so you all boleh Google P-type semiconductor and juga N-type semiconductor. Why P-type semiconductor will we call as a positive charge ataupun negative charge? Because dalam syllabus untuk KSSM tak ada dibagi, dia tak ada explain tentang P-types and N-types. But you all boleh just panggil apa? Google sahaja. Ada masalah, tak faham? Okay, boleh PM saya. Okay, now kita tengok the use of semiconductor diodes and capacitor in the rectification of alternating current. Okay, example, this one adalah smartphone being connected to an alternating current power supply at home. However, the smartphone can only be charged with the direct current. So, how does a semiconductor diode convert an alternating current to a direct current? Okay, this one semua ada rumah awak. Okay, so this process, okay, process of converting an alternating current into a direct current is known as rectification. Okay, rectification. Okay, now for rectification, kita ada two types of rectification. Number one is half wave rectification. What is half wave rectification? A complete circles of alternating current consists of two half circles. Okay, a positive half cycles and a negative half cycle. So during the positive half, okay, during the positive half, you look at this. Okay, positive. Okay, this one is the forward bias. So when forward bias, that means the current can flow through the diodes. So can flow through the diode. So dia akan lalu pada, okay, dia akan lalu pada resistor. Okay, but in negative half, okay, negative half circle, this one this way. Okay, okay, the negative. Kalau you tengok dia punya flow dia, okay, bila sampai pada diode, dia akan jadi reverse bias. So when reverse bias, the current cannot flow. Okay, so no current flow. So when no current flow, that means no negative half cycle. Okay, so dia punya input, okay, this one have two way, positive and negative, but for output dia just positive only, because positive ni adalah forward bias, for negative is reverse bias. So this we call as half wave rectification. Okay, how about full wave rectification? Okay, the arrangement of 4 diodes as shown in figure 5.9 and figure 5.10 is called the bridge rectifier. Okay, bridge rectifier. So this arrangement allow a circuit complete cycle of current to flow in the same direction through the load R. Okay, now look at this diagram, look at this figure. Okay, diode D1. Okay, look at D1 here. Okay, D1. Okay, and D2. Okay, are forward bias. Okay, now we start with the positive. Okay, positive mean, okay, this way. Okay, positive. Okay, so the current will flow through D1. The current cannot flow through D4 because D4 is reverse bias. Okay, so the current will flow through D1 and then dia akan go through the resistor R. Okay, the current cannot through the D3 because D3 is reverse bias. Yeah, so dia akan go through to resistor. Okay, and then dia akan go to, okay, this point. Okay, at this point, okay, why the current cannot go to D4? Okay, because if the current through D4, so dia akan back to the same way tadi. So dia tak boleh pergi pada D4. So dia akan go through the D2. Okay, D2, and after sampai sini, so dia akan terus pergi kepada, okay, this way. Okay, so this one adalah untuk yang negatif. Okay, this one adalah untuk negatif. So dia sebab positif, dia akan cari negatif. Okay, so this one dia akan hasilkan the positive half cycle. Okay, how about negative? Okay, negative half. Okay, negative half, this one negative, this one positive. So dia akan cari jalan daripada negatif, dia akan pergi ke positif. Okay, so dia akan pergi. Okay, so dia sampai at this point, dia tak boleh pergi pada D2 because this one adalah reverse bias. So dia akan pergi pada D3. Okay, dia akan pergi pada D3 and then sampai sini dia tak boleh pergi pada D1 because reverse bias. So dia akan terus go through the resistor. Okay, and then dia akan teruskan perjalanan. Okay, sampai kat sini point P. Okay, why dia tak boleh pergi D2? Sebab tadi dia dah pergi D2 kan. Dia tak boleh pergi D2 because D2 akan pergi balik pada negatif terminal, pergi pada negatif tadi. So dia akan terus pergi pada D4. Okay, daripada D4 dia akan terus pergi kepada positif ni tadi. Okay, so untuk dia punya nak mudahkan awak, okay, kita start daripada positif. Okay, and then dia akan pergi kepada D1. Okay, daripada D1 dia akan pergi kepada resistor. Okay, daripada resistor dia akan pergi kepada D2. Okay, daripada D2 dia akan pergi kepada negatif. Okay, pergi kepada negatif. Okay, ini adalah untuk positif. Untuk negatif, dia akan pergi kepada D3. Okay, daripada D3 dia akan pergi ke R. Daripada R dia akan pergi ke D4. Okay, daripada D4 dia akan pergi ke positif. Okay, tengok kepada keadaan. Sometimes ada buku dia gunakan ABC. Okay, each point dia akan letak point A, point B, point C. So depends on buku. Tapi conclusion dia yang ini. So you kena tahu betul-betul macam mana nak baca yang kita panggil sebagai bridge rectifier. Okay, this one adalah untuk full wave rectifier. Okay, now kita akan pergi kepada, okay, this one dia punya result dia. Okay, this one adalah input alternating current, but for output this one adalah full wave. So dia akan jadi semua ada. Okay, semua ada. Ini tadi dia dah explain dekat sini. Ini adalah untuk output waveform. Okay, now ada satu lagi bahagian, ada satu lagi point yang penting kat sini adalah capacitor. Capacitor is the another components yang kita gunakan adalah untuk smooth the current in rectification circuit. Okay, kalau tadi, okay, contohnya yang ni, kita letak ada, ini adalah semiconductor diode. Okay, this one adalah untuk tadilah yang half wave tadi kan. So macam mana kita nak bagi dia smooth? Smooth kita letakkan capacitor dekat sini. So bila kita letak capacitor, so dia punya graf tu dia tak sempat nak turun, dia akan naik balik. Okay, apa pentingnya capacitor ni adalah contohnya kalau you all tengah tengok TV. So tak adalah TV tu kerja on off, tak ada. So itu antara komponen yang kita letakkan dalam sat elektronik supaya dia sentiasa on. Sama juga macam bila you charge handphone, dia tak adalah on off. So dia akan on saja sentiasa. So itu maksudnya dia adalah smooth. Okay, paling penting kalau dia tanya tentang capacitor, this point. Capacitor are connected in parallel to the load R. So when the power supply is turned on, the output current become smooth. When the potential difference increases, so the capacity will be charged. Okay, that's mean tadi kita dah belajar kan? Kita dah discuss. Okay, dia akan up and down. Okay, so before masa dia up, okay, dia kata kat sini, okay, when the potential difference increases, so bila dekat up, so maksudnya dia punya capacitor will charge. Okay, and the energy is stored in the capacitor. When the potential difference decreases, so the capacitor will discharge. So bila you tengok graf ni nak turun, so maksudnya dia dah mula, potential difference tu dah decrease. So bila decrease, so the capacitor akan take over. So capacitor dia akan discharge. So dia akan masih lagi allow the current flow through the circuit. Yeah. Okay, the energy stored in the capacitor will maintain the potential difference across the resistor. So the smooth output waveform show the capacitor is functioning as current smooth. Okay, smooth. Okay, so itu adalah fungsi bagi capacitor. Okay, so sekarang kita dah dah discuss about semiconductor diode. Yang penting you kena tahu apa itu semiconductor diode adalah to allow the current flow in one direction only. And then kita belajar juga apakah fungsi ataupun proses yang kita panggil sebagai rectification adalah proses to convert the alternating current into the direct current. And satu lagi adalah capacitor. Okey, apakah fungsi capacitor? Okey, capacitor berfungsi sebagai kita nak smoothkan current in the rectification circuit. Okey, sekian, terima kasih.